Hey friends, Ryan here with Ryan's Candles and Crafts. I want to welcome you to the channel, and we're going to be kicking off a brand new series with a very special project. This is going to be my first ever diamond painting that I've ever done. And this is also going to be a story-based diamond painting series. So every episode will not only be the progress that we're making on the diamond painting, but a story will continue with the progress as to how I interpret what the painting is. In the very first one, we're going to be looking at Jojo, who is from the Diamond Art Club, and we're going to be diving into his story. In the quiet, sky-high, cliffside village, mornings always began the same way. With the smell of fresh roasted coffee drifting on the breeze and the sounds of wings rustling through cobblestone streets. Perched high above the rolling valleys below, the village seemed to float in the clouds, its wooden houses leaning warmly toward each other, their awnings fluttering like gentle flags in the wind. At the heart of the village sat Café Perch, a small but beloved coffee house tucked between Mr. Tallow's bakery and the clockmaker's shop. The air outside was always rich with mingled scents, the sweet butter of baking bread, the earthy richness of fresh ground beans, and a faint hint of cinnamon drifting from one of Mr. Tallow's morning trays. Inside the cafe, the light spilled through tall, paned windows in golden slants, catching in the steam that curled from mugs. Jojo sat at his usual stool near the front, claws wrapped around a simple ceramic cup. He liked the mornings best, the quiet before the chatter began, the safe predictability of familiar faces drifting in one by one. Jojo had worked here for nearly a year as the cafe's brew courier. His job was to deliver steaming cups of Sunrise Brew to the villagers who couldn't make the trip to the cafe themselves. The Sunrise Brew was more than just a coffee. The beans were grown in sunlit terraces on lower slopes of the cliffs, bathed in dawn light until they glowed gold before harvest. Miss Brindle roasted them in small batches, whispering an old recipe passed down through generations. The results? A drink that carried a subtle, shimmering magic. A sip could bring courage to the shy, strength to the weary, and a gentle lift to the heart, weighed down by doubt. In Cliffside Village, people didn't just drink Sunrise Brew, they trust it. Jojo loved his work, though he loved it because it was safe. The routes were short, the faces familiar, and the roads well-trodden. He knew every stone in the streets, every awning in the market, and he never, ever went beyond the old archway at the village's edge. "Morning, Jojo," Miss Brindle called from behind the counter, her round spectacles sliding a little down her beak as she worked. She was a small, spritly bird with a soft gray coat and a voice that could cut through even the sleepiest dawn. "Your usual route is ready." She slid a small tray toward him with 2 steaming cups. "Mrs. Thistle and Old Marin. Nice and easy for you." Jojo gave a polite nod, taking the cups and tucking them into his padded side pouch he carried. Before stepping out, he glanced toward the bakery. Mr. Tallow was leaning in the doorway, his apron dusted with flour, holding a fresh loaf in one claw. "Jojo," he called, grinning broadly. "You've got to try this. Baked just before sunrise. Keeps the chill out." Jojo hesitated, then took the offered slice. The bread was warm and soft, dotted with raisins. "Thank you, Mr. Tallow." "You need to keep your strength up, lad. Can't deliver courage if you're got none yourself, eh?" Mr. Tallow winked. Jojo managed a small smile before heading out into the market square. The morning passed in the comfortable rhythm he knew so well. Greetings from the same stalls, the familiar creak of the old bridge over the fountain stream, the quick exchange of cups and coins. By the time he returned to the cafe, The square was bustling and the day had taken on its usual hum. But as Jojo stepped inside, something felt different. Miss Brindle was standing behind the counter holding a small, cream-colored envelope. "This came for you," she said, her voice unusually quiet. Jojo took the letter. The handwriting on it was unlike anything he'd seen. Elegant, curling, almost alive. He opened it carefully. To the youngest brew courier of Cliffside Village, beyond the arch lies a traveler in need. Bring them the Sunrise Brew before its warmth fades. Follow the silver skyway until it ends. Jojo's feathers prickled. Beyond the arch? He had never been that far. Everyone in Cliffside Village knew the arch marked the end of their world. Beyond it lay the wild valleys and forests, places of rumor and cautionary tales. I can't go beyond the arch," he said softly. Miss Brindle stepped around the counter, placing a gentle wing on his shoulder. "Jojo, I wouldn't ask if it weren't important. This brew needs to be delivered before its magic fades. You've got the surest claws of any courier I've trained." As if to punctuate her words, the cafe door opened and a small golden bubble floated in. It shimmered like sunlight on water, glowing warmly. Jojo recognized it instantly. It's the cafe's enchanted guide. On short routes, it bobbed just ahead, leading the way, but he had never seen it drift toward the arch before. "I can't," Jojo began, but Mr. Tallow's voice carried in from the bakery door. "If the road's scary, that's all the more reason to walk it, lad. The Sunrise Brew's not just for the ones who drink it. Sometimes it works on the ones who carry it, too." Jojo swallowed hard, his talons tightening around the satchel Miss Brindle was already packing. Inside, she nestled a silver travel cup of Sunrise Brew. The steam curled up with the scent both rich and light, carrying with it the faintest hum of magic. As he took it, warmth spread through his claws. He stepped outside. The golden bubble drifted toward the market, waiting. Jojo followed slowly, passing the stalls he knew by heart, the spice seller with his cinnamon bread, the weaver with her bright scarves, the clockmaker polishing tiny gears. The merchants called their greetings, some offering little treats, but Jojo shook his head politely. Every step toward the arch felt heavier. At the far end of the cobblestone street stood the old perch gate arch, moss-covered and hung with feathers left by past travelers for luck. Jojo had been there many times, but always stopped short. The shadows of the valley beyond swayed in the wind. The bubble passed through the gate and paused, glowing faintly. Jojo took a deep breath, reached out for one of his own feathers, and plucked it with a soft "ouch." He placed it carefully among the others in the moss. Then, with a last glance back at the market, at Mr. Tallow leaning in his doorway, and Miss Brindle watching from the cafe window, he stepped through. The familiar scents of bread and coffee faded, replaced by pine and distant rain. The path ahead dipped into the forest, the golden bubble drifting steadily forward. Jojo followed, his satchel warm against his side. Every sound, the whisper of leaves, the call of unseen birds, felt magnified out here. He walked slowly, talons gripping the earth instead of cobblestones, his heart pounding with both fear and something he couldn't yet name. For a while, the path was kind, winding past ferns and the gentle burble of a brook, but soon it split. The wider path looked safe, sunlit. The narrower trailed into shadow. The bubble hovered at the fork, then floated into the dark path without hesitation. Jojo lingered, his eyes darting between the two. The warmth of the Sunrise Brew pressed against his side. He sighed, adjusted the satchel, and followed. The forest deepened, the air cooler and damp. A moss-covered stone bridge arched over a lively stream, spray catching the light. Jojo crossed carefully, glancing at the water as it glittered like liquid gold. It reminded him of the Sunrise Brew, of the promise Miss Brindle had made. Courage for the drinker, courage for the bearer. He pressed on. The trail climbed, his legs aching, but he didn't stop. He thought of the traveler, alone somewhere ahead, and of the fading magic in the cup he carried. The forest began to thin, and the path opened onto a hill. In the distance, a silver ribbon shimmered in the light, the silver skyway. Even from here, it looked like a path spun from moonlight. Jojo stepped onto it. The surface was smooth and cool underfoot, and the world seemed to fall silent around him. Behind, Cliffside Village was just a faint shape in the clouds. Ahead, the bubble floated steadily forward, leading him toward a bend where the skyway disappeared into the horizon. The breeze ruffled his feathers, carrying the scent of something unfamiliar. Adventure. He rested a claw on the satchel, the Sunrise Brew still warm. He still had time. With a deep breath, Jojo took another step, following the bubble into the unknown. And that, my friends, is how Jojo's story begins. With a warm cup of Sunrise Brew, a timid heart, and a path he's never walked before. Join me in the next episode as he faces challenges beyond the village. If you enjoyed this video and the story, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell to get notified on when I upload the next chapter, and put a comment down below. What did you think of the story? How are we doing so far? Where is Jojo going to go next, and what's going to happen on his big adventure? In the meantime, light a candle, pour a coffee, and let's keep crafting.